Hey guys, so I'm finally back from vacation. For those of you who didn't watch to the end of my last video, I was in Disney World for about 2 weeks or so, So while I was on vacation, a couple of things happened. For example, I hit 600 subscribers. I turned 17. And a bunch of other random strange stuff that I guess I could tell you about because it'll be fun, I guess. Well, for starters, I found out how painful these boots can be. Well, not for me, but for other people. You see, because when you're in Disney, it's really crowded, and so what people will do is if they need to get somewhere, they'll just kind of cut right between you and your party, and sometimes you trip over each other, things happen. Well, there was this one instance where it was just me and 3 other people, and this person cut right between us, and I was mid-step, and she had her flip-flops on, so she didn't have anything covering her ankles, and my shoes went right down the back of her ankle. I mean, it's one of those things where you actually kind of cringe afterwards because you think about it, and you can actually kind of feel that pain in your ankle. Anyways, on a less painful note, as I said in my video Style Before Comfort, I pretty much just wore skinny jeans and a black t-shirt the entire time when I was in Florida. And yes, that includes the days where it was like 95 outside with a heat index of 103 or so. But that's beside the point right now. So there was one day where I was actually supposed to wear shorts. I actually brought shorts specifically for this day. We were going to Animal Kingdom, we were going to ride this one ride where you're going around on a raft and you get wet. And skinny jeans are hard to take off when you get them wet, so I brought shorts. Well, I kind of forgot to put on my shorts, and I actually ended up wearing these jeans instead. So, I thought, no big deal. It's not that big of a deal. I'll just get a tiny bit wet, and they'll dry off by the time we get back. Well, turns out that when we were in line, it started raining. No, actually, it started pouring. And so once we get on the ride, by the time we actually started moving, we were already dripping wet. I ended up getting a ton of water in my boots, which was very uncomfortable, and then the rest of my body, my clothes were just so wet that pretty much everywhere I went, I was just dripping. And the buses back to the hotel are air conditioned, so I spent the whole entire bus ride shivering because, of course, what happens once you have wet clothes on your body and cold air blows on you. So yeah, actually in this short little bit, I went from overheating to being extremely cold. Just so I don't bore you, I will tell you one last story, and this one was actually quite funny in my opinion. So this was actually on the last day there, and me and my sister were like, hey, let's go on Space Mountain, because that's a ride everyone loves. That's one of my favorite rides. I love that ride. It's a lot of fun. And so, we get in line, and there's this kid behind us, and he's just shouting and smacking the wall and stuff like that, so we're kind of just sitting there all like... And he was doing this the entire time we were in line. And there was no big deal. We got on the ride like normal. But then they started having some difficulty, so we're sitting there, and this kid's behind us, and he keeps saying stuff to the people who are trying to fix the ride before we go. They got the ride going, and I kid you not, the entire ride, the entire minute and a half we were riding around, he repeated, "I am Superman," nonstop. We're on a roller coaster. Every little thing, we're going down drops and stuff, he kept repeating, "I'm Superman." Most people would yell or laugh, do that type of stuff. I'm Superman. So we get off the ride, there's this long hallway you have to walk down to get to the exit, actually. So, we're walking, kid's walking right behind us. Me and my sister are talking, we start laughing, he starts laughing, he keeps mocking us, basically. So me and my sister pick up the pace, and he picks up the pace, too. Me and my sister did what we're not supposed to, and we actually started running. And he started running. It wasn't until we actually got to the end and his uncle was there that he left us alone. In which case we kind of just got out of there and left before anything else could go on. So that's all the time I have for now. I really hope I didn't bore you with all my storytelling again. So I hope you guys enjoyed the week that I was gone, not because I was gone, but just because it was a good week. And I also hope you enjoy the following week until I come back with the next video. You are dismissed.